The Tennessee Titans may have gotten smoked in Week 8, but it was Cam Ward's best game of the season, and I'm going to show you what I saw on tape in today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Fans, welcome into another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I'm a certified film junkie who's hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked On Titans, for 7 seasons. In today's film breakdown, we are going to take a look at the performance of Cam Ward against the Indianapolis Colts in Week 8 again. The Titans got absolutely smoked in this one, but I thought it was Cam Ward's best game of the season, and Titans offensive coordinator Nick Foles said something very similar after the game as well. I thought Cam Ward made excellent throws, but he also read the defense very well, and him starting to see things clearly will be a big boost for him in the second half of the season. Now, it wasn't all good, so I'm going to go over a couple of plays that have me a little bit concerned, but for the most part, again, one of Cam's best performances of the season, if not his best. We got some elite throws, we got some playmaking, we got some good reads of some exotic coverages in there as well. Before we dive into the tape, do want to thank you once again for checking out Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's, year-round free film content, so make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a tighten up down in the chat, and with that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. Our first play is just a great read and great anticipation by Cam Ward. What you're going to have is the Colts are going to run an inverted cover 2. So you're going to have cover 2 where you have your 2 deep halves, but instead of having 2 safeties do it, they're going to have one of their slot cornerbacks drop into that other deep half. Now, what the Colts also love to do in their cover 2, and a lot of teams do this, is they're going to have the middlemost hook defender. He's going to run with anybody who goes vertical, and Alec Iomanor right here runs a vertical route straight up the middle of the field, and what that's going to do is that's going to clear this middle hook defender out of the vulnerable spot in cover 2, which is on the sidelines right here between the flats and the deep halves, and then right in the middle of the field. So you have that vertical route to run in, and then you're going to have Chim with an in-breaking route right here, and Cam Ward reads it perfectly and delivers the ball right as DK is passing through. Bam. Right to him. I mean, that's perfect. And what's so encouraging about that to me is Cam Ward is reading the defense and understanding what is going to be available here. So again, you get into a standard cover 2, deep half, and Cam watches the middle runner right here as he runs with him, and again, as he bends, Chim DK bends right behind this hook defender right here. He's going to be open, and Cam's going to be able to throw with anticipation, get it right to him. This is Cam Ward reading the defense and understanding what coverage he's seeing, and that, to me, is very encouraging going forward. Perfect throw, right on time, where it's supposed to be, based on what the defense is doing. All great stuff from Cam Ward right here. Good footwork, solid in the pocket, deliver a strike. Professional quarterbacking. This is the goal line touchdown to Gunnar Helm, and Cam Ward's athleticism and playmaking ability saves the Tennessee Titans from a bad call. So what the Titans are going to do here is they're going to bring Tony Pollard in motion, and what they want to do is they want to fake a sweep. They want to fake a sweep this way, get the defense going this way. The Colts are a very well-coached defense by Dr. Lou Anarumo, who does a great job and has for a long time. What the Titans want to do here is they want to sneak Chigakonkwo back this way against the grain of where they're taking the defense, okay? But he is not open. And then the only other options that the Titans have here is you have a short drag route from David Martin Robinson, and then you have the backside drag route from Gunnar Helm. And simply put, this play is not open. Linebacker is right there on Chigakonkwo. It's not there. What they designed, what they got, didn't work. But what happens is Cam Ward understands it's not there, and he buys time, and he buys time, and he buys time, and then he finds a guy wide open. Because if you go back and look, the congestion and the traffic here, Gunnar Helm going this way with this man on him, hits into this guy, creates traffic. David Martin Robinson creating traffic as well. But make no mistake, this is supposed to be an easy, quick hitter to Chikakonkwo in the flat. It's not open, and Cam Ward's ability to extend the play and make something happen gives Gunnar Helm enough time to get over and get his first career touchdown. Cam Ward kind of saves the Titans here with his playmaking ability. Great throw, easy pitch and catch. This throw is an absolute dot from Cam Ward, and we see him extend the play a little bit to make it happen. The Colts are going to be in cover one man here. They're going to have man coverage here as well. Man coverage right here, man coverage right here. They're going to have their deep middle right there. They are going to blitz their linebacker right here, and then they're going to have a dropper come back right in here. But what we see from the Titans is Van Jefferson is going to run the deep in route right here. Alec Iomanor is going to run a vertical route up the field. Chikakonkwo is going to come out here for an inside whip route. And then we're going to focus on Chim DK. DK right here is going to come across on the short crosser right here. And that's ultimately where Cam Ward is going to go. But there's pressure in the pocket on Cam Ward, something he's got to be a little bit used to by now. Little pressure comes up the middle, so Cam just floats to the open space. And that's all he has to do. We don't got to panic and run around. He just floats to the open space. Now, could you toss this out to Io? Maybe. Could you hit Van Jefferson right here? Probably so. Chig starts to work back in. Probably could hit him. But DK comes all the way across the field, and Cam just puts it in a perfect spot for him and lets him run forward. Crazy throw, if you look at it from the end zone angle as well. I mean, good playmaking, good accuracy, get the ball down the field, but watch this throw, folks. Watch this. Float out. Just look at this. Whoop. Crazy. Crazy. Over both those guys. Crazy throw right there. Right to DK. Catches up the field. Big play. All right, so I'll be honest on this one. I really don't know what coverage you would call this from the Colts. It looks like a cover two to me because you have two deep halves right here, but you have man coverage right here. Kenny Moore, the slot cornerback, gets vertical here, so he's not like on a curl flat or something like that. You have two hook defenders over the middle of the field right here. This player looks like he's in a flat. Maybe it's a version of cover six, and the rules require Kenny Moore to drop back vertically as the two goes vertical. I don't really have a good explanation here. But regardless, this is maybe one of Cam Ward's best throws of the entire season. And you're going to see Alec Iomanor on a vertical route, and then he hits the post. And Cam just delivers this perfectly in between the safeties. This is an incredible throw from Cam Ward. An exotic coverage. Look how he throws it over the two intermediate linebackers, in between the two safeties who are crashing down. This is an insane throw. It is an insane throw. And let's look at the end zone angle. Look at this. While getting hit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at that. Just a ridiculous throw. Ridiculous. Incredible arm talent, reading the defense, fit it in a small window. Again, maybe Cam Ward's best throw of the entire season. This one isn't some miraculous throw, but it's the very next play, and I just love the situational awareness. Like, these two plays for Cam Ward to show the incredible arm talent that he has on the previous play to Alec Iomanor, and then the understanding and situational awareness that he shows on this play. It's just a great combination. It didn't get paid off with the field goal. Joey Sly misses the 58-yarder, but love this execution. And what we're going to see here is the Colts are in another cover two. Deep half, middle hole player, but they're so far backed off that what's going to happen is Chim DK is just going to slide in here and immediately present himself to the quarterback, and it's easy pitch and catch to get into field goal range. Again, nothing tremendously special here, but the understanding of Chim DK as well to look back at the quarterback immediately with all that space. This is really well executed by the Titans. They get up, they spike the ball, You know, look, they're trying to zoom in on the clock there to show you what's going on, but this is just great stuff from Cam Ward and Chim Dike, situational awareness type stuff. And for rookies, that's something that we should be excited about. This is another play that has me really excited about the mental aspect of Cam Ward's game on Sunday. Again, what's probably his best game of the season so far. He's just seeing things out on the field so much better. The Colts run an exotic coverage here. They're in an inverted cover 2, and we've talked about this quite a bit. It's just a standard cover 2 coverage, but instead of using your 2 deep safeties in it, what the Colts do here is they have this deep safety in a deep half, and then this outside corner is going to drop back and play the deep half. And what the Titans do is they have a vertical route right here on the outside. It's a deep corner route, okay? And then Chigakonkwo is going to be on a sail route, which is a corner route from the inside right here. And Cam Ward just sees perfectly what the defense is doing, understands what's going to be open, and takes it and makes a great throw. Cam Ward has the arm talent to make all the throws. It's just about him mentally seeing things. And look, as you can see, this outside corner has dropped into the deep half. This backside corner is in the deep half. And then the safety, safety right here. This safety right here that was set up in a 2-high safety look, he's going to flow inside to be the middle hole defender. Okay, well, if this vertical route is going right here and is going to occupy this, that means that Chigakonkwo breaking out this way, nothing but open space out here. And again, Cam Ward reads it perfectly. Also want to point out, pretty clean pocket here. Titans' offensive line was actually pretty good in this game. The Colts are a good team, but their pass rush sucks. And that'll be their undoing when it gets to playoff time. But Cam Ward steps up, sees it, and rips it. Pitch and catch. Take what the defense is giving you. Take what's there based on the coverage. Cam Ward did that better in this game than I've seen him do in any game so far. This was indeed his best game of the season. Really good stuff right there, and I'll get my fat head out of the way so you guys can see it just a little bit better. Boom. Sidearm. Bang. Right to him. Good throw. Good read. Good throw right here to Io Manor across the middle of the field. And again, I think Cam Ward does a great job of reading the defense after the play action fake and making a quick decision. It's a drop by Io Manor, which we've become a little too accustomed to at this point. But I love the read and the throw from Cam Ward. So the Colts are going to be in a cover 4 coverage. And the thing is, when you play against cover 4, because you have 4 guys with deep responsibilities, that leaves only 3 guys in the intermediate area. And usually you'll have one big hook defender, and then you'll have a couple of curl flats out here as well. That's typically what you would see from cover 4. So the vulnerability of cover 4 is going to be over the middle because there's just less defenders. Think when you're in a cover 3, there are 4 defenders over the middle of the field. When you're in cover 2, there are 5 defenders in the intermediate range. So what we're going to see from a route concept is here, Chim Dike is going to go out and kind of do a quick out or a deep out route. It's not there, but Io is going to flow into the middle of the field here and sit down. And Tajay Spears on the play action fake and then coming out into the flat here kind of pulls this linebacker and this curl flat over this way, which leaves more room for Io Manor in the middle of the field. Pulls the linebacker towards Tajay, and right as Cam Ward sees that linebacker float that way, he knows, okay, I'm going to have this sit-down route here. This safety is backed off. It's going to be there, and he delivers a strike right to him. I mean, what else could you want? Right to the hands. Io just has to find a way to catch that ball. If you're going to be the 6'2", 210-pound physical possession receiver that the Titans are looking for at the X spot, you have to find a way to catch this football, man. Like, that's a great throw by Cam Ward. Reads the defense. It's right there. Like, get my man some help. Bam. Right there. Why is that not a catch? How do we drop that? You gotta be able to hold on to that football through contact when they're on your back. All right, on this one, we have everybody's favorite Madden play, 4 verticals, baby. And the Colts are in a cover 2 man here. So you got man coverage across the board. Man here, man here, man here, man here. And then you have your 2 deep defenders and your deep halves, okay? And the Titans, again, are going to run 4 verts. You're going to have vertical route here, vertical route here, vertical route here, vertical route here. And what you want to do is, When you run this play, you got to have the option of your inside guys to bend inside, because what happens is these deep corner or these deep safeties in their deep halves, they're going to get depth, and when you challenge them outside, they got to make sure that they don't get beat deep down the sideline, so they got to widen just a little bit. Well, if they widen just a little bit, that's going to create more room over the middle of the field. So typically on these vertical routes from the seams, they're going to have the option of you can keep going vertically if you have space, but if not, bend it inside into the area. And that's what Chigakonkwo does right here, and Cam Ward throws an absolute dot to him to keep the chains moving. And not a bad job by Chig there to give a little bit of a head fake as well. I've been critical of Chigakonkwo as a route runner. He is not a very good route runner in my opinion. Very loose, very sloppy, but here he does give a little bit of an outside fake. Boom, out there, and then he bends it back inside, and that does affect the safety and the man. You can see it right here. He's tailing here, and they're both impacted by the head fake from Chigakonkwo. Boom. Hesitation step. Now he's inside, he's got room, and a perfect strike by Cam Ward to find Chig on that seam route and keep the chains moving. And this is the play directly after the Io Manor drop. So, I mean, unaffected by that, perfect throw. Boom. I believe what we see from the Colts here is another cover 4 variant where it's cover 4, but this guy, because it's the X receiver isolated over here, he's going to have man coverage, and then we have cover 4 here, cover 4 here, cover 4 here, and it's a bit of a match cover 4. What you want to do is, you know, if you're playing cover 4 on this side and you know that this outside corner has vertical responsibilities and you don't see anybody coming into your zone, you're expected to pick up things coming over across the middle of the field, and we see Chim DK on the crossing route right here, and this safety ultimately stumbles a little bit, but his responsibility in this cover 4 is to match this crosser as it comes across the field. And then what you're going to have is the backside dig right here by Alec Io Manor, and this is just a great read by Cam Ward, and he's looking at these intermediate defenders over the middle of the field as well to make sure that he has a hole to throw through. Play action fake, pulls up the linebackers a little bit, just a little bit, okay? And 53 is right here to take away this. It's this safety that ultimately fell down here, but he's here to take away this. This guy is back. He's being pulled out by Chigakonkwo, which means there is going to be a window right here. And this is where Alec Io Manor is coming through on the dig. And again, great throw by Cam Ward. Great job reading the defense. Has to be a catch. This isn't even one of those where Cam was a little off. I mean, that's right to you. Catch the damn ball, Alec. Drops were a problem for Io Manor in college. They have been a problem so far this year. It just cannot be relied upon to catch the football. But again, this is a great read by Cam Ward. He's seeing the field really well, seeing the coverage really well, understands where the hole in the zone is. And, you know, there are wide receivers out there who not only make the catch, but catch that ball and turn up the field and gain massive yards. Like, the Titans wide receiver group is just such a disaster right now for Cam Ward. What a great throw by him. So disappointing that we can't get those plays completed. Again, Cam Ward's recognition of the defensive coverage, where the hole is going to be, the quickness with which he's getting rid of the ball, all very encouraging. The Colts are going to be in cover 3 here. You got your deep third there, your deep middle here, your deep third here. You're going to have your curl flat defender, and you're going to have your front side hook defender right here. And what we're going to see is Chim DK just comes in on a sit-down route right here, gets right in the middle of the zone defenders and makes a great catch, and they move the chains again. Not quite move the chains because it's 3rd and freaking 20 or 2nd and 20. Again, Titans down in distances. But you could see how DK gets right in the heart of the curl flat and the hook. And look, the ball's already in the air. Like, when DK turns around, ball's on him. That's a great anticipatory throw from Cam Ward. Look where he's letting go of this. As he's about to get smoked in the back, he's ready to let go of this, and DK's got to go right here and still sit down. That is understanding where is going to be open in the defense, and for a rookie quarterback, you can tell that Cam Ward is starting to see it. He's starting to see these coverages. He's starting to understand where their holes are going to be, and then he can play faster. He can throw with anticipation, and that's exactly what we see here in a critical completion. Really impressive play right here from Cam Ward. as he gets smoked. Look at that. Bam. What a throw, man. So the Colts on this one run robber cover 1, which is one of my favorite personal coverages. You have a 2-high safety look right here, but this safety is going to bleed down into the intermediate range and be a hook defender looking to take anything away. This safety obviously going to go back and be your deep middle, but you got man right here. You got man coverage right here on Gunnar Helm. Man coverage on the back, man here, across the board. But what we're going to see from Gunnar Helm is something that has worked for the Titans all season. He's going to run a little out and then up. And this throw, the ball placement here from Cam Ward, insane. See the out and up right there from Gunnar Helm? Got a linebacker on him. I'll take that matchup all day long. Gunnar Helm is going to cook linebackers his entire career. But little out and up there. And what I love the most is the IO man or sit down route here. It makes sure that the corner isn't anywhere even close to out here. The safety is too far away to get over there. And again, what an incredible ball by Cam Ward and a great catch by Gunnar Helm. Late hands right there too. Boom. Doesn't stick up the hands until it's time. So the linebacker doesn't even know, but look where that's placed. If that's placed right here, if that's placed behind, the linebacker likely can attack that football and make a play. But because Cam puts it out perfectly for Gunnar Helm, it's right there. And I continue to tell you people, Gunnar Helm is a great option for Cam Ward because Cam Ward is a gunslinger. He's not going to be super pinpoint accurate. He needs guys with big catch radiuses who can adjust the footballs and have good hands and all that. And Gunnar Helm is just a perfect example of the kind of player you want to put with Cam Ward going forward. But what an insane throw right there. And I love this from Cam Ward too. Look how he holds the safety in the middle of the field so it's there. He's looking right down the middle, right down the middle. Now I flip my head over because I know that's going to be open. Great job. Late throw, late hands. Really good stuff from the two rookies for the Titans. Like, this is excellent late in the game. Can I have more Gunnar Helm? It's Nightmare on Helm Street, baby. Boom. See that quick head flip? Down the middle, down the middle. Look at the safety. Now I flip my head. Now I'm out there and look at that. Bam. Look at just perfect. Perfect right there by Cam Ward. Now, just because this was Cam Ward's best game of the season, which is something that Titans offensive coordinator Nick Foles echoed as well, doesn't mean it was all good. And I think the problems that we see with Cam Ward is sometimes he's just not seeing it. That's why I'm very excited about the plays that we talked about where he did clearly see what the defense was doing and was able to hit him. But there are sometimes still in the game where he's not seeing it. And he's a rookie. He's in his 8th week. I guess we should expect some of that. But here the Colts are in man coverage. Man. And one of the linebackers is responsible for the running back. But the Titans are going to run some crossing routes here. You're going to have Chim DK on a short crosser right here. You're going to have Van Jefferson on a deep crosser right here. And quite frankly, I think both of these guys are open. So you have man across the board. Man. Two deep safeties. Bang. All right. Now look at Van Jefferson here. Right here, Cam Ward has a clean pocket right now. Okay? Plenty of room to step up into this pocket. Look at Van Jefferson. That's good separation. Now, if you want to tell me that he can't throw this to Van Jefferson because the safety will crack down, then that's fine. But what you can see is Van Jefferson, smartly as a veteran, flattens his route to stay away from the safety. So I think Cam Ward should, right now, be able to hammer this home to Van Jefferson. I think this is a clean, easy throw. Clean and easy, right here. He flattens. This is wide open. If you don't like that, then fine. Look at Chim DK right here. Wide open. The safety is way too far back. If you want to say this safety can get here, fine. This safety cannot get over here to stop this play. And Cam is looking straight at it. What's he looking at? Right here. Right here. Both of these guys are open. Throw the football. What are we doing? You know? And he doesn't. And he tries to extend. And he ends up, just throwing it away here to Tajay Spears, who gets a couple of yards on 2nd and long, but again, we are passing up open opportunities to get rid of the football, to play make, and then ultimately dump it down short. Like, both of these guys are open on the crossing routes. They're both open. So and he's looking at it, and he has time, so I don't understand what his brain is saying right now. Is his brain telling him he's not open and he's not open? I just don't understand. So these are the frustrating things with Cam Ward in his rookie season. And it makes the offensive line look bad. This is a risky throw. We got to play within the structure of the offense when guys are open. And again, from this angle, you could see his head even better. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. You'd have to ask Cam Ward. This is the big miss to Alec Iomanner that everybody was pissed off about during the game. The Colts run another super exotic coverage. They're in an inverted cover too. They're going to have this safety come out to the deep half, this safety drop to the deep half, and the Titans run a 3-man concept here where they're going to have Alec Iomanner on the deep corner route. They're going to have DK on a deep out route, I believe, and I would imagine Van Jefferson's going to do something short right there. But again, this is a great read of the defense by Cam Ward. This guy is going to be wide open. Yeah, fan right here. That's going to be short right there. But this is wide open. Cam Ward makes the right decision here. Like, this is correct. And look at the pocket movement too. Look at how he dips away, steps up. Like, that is all awesome. Everything to this point is great from this play. Cam Ward's pocket mobility, Cam Ward reading an exotic coverage on defense and knowing exactly who's open, but the pass isn't there. And listen, I know that people want to desperately protect Cam Ward, all right? And we should. Because Alec Iomanner does slow down here. Look right there. Right where he turns back, he slows up. You see those couple of steps? Slow down. And Cam Ward is not expecting that. He thinks he's going to continue to run full speed out here. All right? Fine. You're right. Alec Iomanner, bad job. Run through your route. And Cam was even pissed afterwards as well. You could tell by his body language. But let me also say this, if we're keeping it a buck, as Cam Ward likes to do. This is not a great throw. It's not a great throw. And Cam said himself, and I think Cam is doing the smart thing here. Cam said himself he's got to throw a more catchable pass. He fired that way out by the sideline, and it just didn't need to be that far out. And if you go back and you look at the videos I made before or right after Cam Ward was drafted or before Cam Ward was drafted, one of the big problems with Cam Ward was his deep accuracy numbers. He's just not accurate deep down the field. So yes, Alec Iomanner slowed up here. That's his bad. But this is also not a great throw by Cam Ward either. He could put a little more under the throw and give Iomanner a chance to run under it. So it's fair to say bad by both. This is another frustrating miss for me where I'm like, what are you seeing, Cam? Or what are you not seeing? You know what I mean? So it's 3rd and 5. All right, it's a 3rd and manageable. This is a 3rd and short, basically, for the Titans, based on where their yards to gain averages have been this year. But what we're going to see is man coverage from the Colts, and that's exactly what the Titans are trying to beat right here with their route concepts. And you're going to have Van Jefferson, the outside-most receiver. He's going to bend in and then shake out. Okay, and then also from the backside, you have Chigakonkwo on a quick in route right here as well. And quite honestly, both of them are open, and I don't understand why they don't get the ball. Look at Van Jefferson right here, 11. Look at him. Sit, and then he's going to wheel back. That is the number 1 read on the play. That is Cam Ward's first read on the play. That is what they are hoping is open. They hope they get man coverage. The outside receiver fakes inside and breaks back out. This is wide open, easy pitch and catch, first down, chance to run. Why is this not thrown? What are we doing? This is wide open. This is wide open. Look at the pocket. Look at the clean pocket. This is all you could ask for. Open wide receiver, clean pocket. The design of the play works. 3rd and manageable, easy pitch and catch. Get a first down. Keep the drive going. And heck, if you don't want Van Jefferson, Look at Cam, or look at Chig. He is open. That is open in the NFL. He's got 2 yards of separation right here on the line. Throw this pass to him. He's going to catch it. He's going to get tackled right away. It's a first down. Why is this not thrown? Why are these guys not throwing the ball? This is what I don't understand. And you'd have to ask Cam, and I think my theory here is he's so worried about the pressure because he's been sacked so many times that he gets off of his reads too quick sometimes. Like, he's already moved away now. He's moved away from Van Jefferson. And I just don't, you have a clean pocket. There's no reason to do all this. And then it turns into a pressure for J.C. Latham, makes his day look worse. And it's a dump off to nobody. And it's an inaccurate pass that doesn't even give Tony Pollard a chance to catch it and run. Like, the mistake on this play, this is a play where the casual fan will watch on TV and say the offensive line sucks. Cam's always under pressure, blah, 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 blah. But this is a 5-man pressure that the Titans eat up on the offensive line. And there are 2 guys wide open for a first down. And Cam just doesn't throw the ball. And I don't know why. So those are the bad plays. But overall, again, Cam Ward's probably best performance of the season and a lot to like as well. All right, Titans fans, that's going to do it for my film breakdown on Cam Ward's performance in Week 8. Again, a couple of plays there at the end that I didn't really like, but for the most part, this was Cam Ward's best performance of the year. I know I keep talking about it, but later this week, I'm going to have a film breakdown on Chimdike and what he's been able to do early in the season, emerging as, honestly, the Titans' best wide receiver right now. I also intend to have a film breakdown on Kevin Winston. Kevin Winston got about 20 snaps on defense against the Colts, the most work he's gotten on defense all season. So excited to dive into the tape there and show you guys what I saw from the rookie safety. But with that being said, that is going to do it for today's film breakdown. Again, year-round free Tennessee Titans film content. Make sure you get subscribed, stay subscribed. Make sure you check out the Locked On Titans podcast for all the discussion around this team as well. Throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a tighten up down in the chat. And as I always tell you, tighten up.